Dyson V12, V15 Detect, or Gen 5 Detect? For me, the gap between these three isn't suction power, it's whether the extra weight of the Gen 5 actually pays off in your home, or just wears your arm out. All three clean well, but one of them is overkill for most people, and another one will leave you wanting more if you have pets and carpets. If you live in a smaller place with mostly hard floors, the lightest one fits. If you've got pets, long hair, and rugs everywhere, the heaviest one earns its weight. The middle one is the safe call for almost everyone else. Links below in the description. Start with what actually matters, how they clean. All three pick up dust and debris better than most cordless vacuums on the market. That's not the debate. The debate is on carpets and pet hair. The V12 handles hard floors beautifully and does fine on low-pile rugs, but on thicker carpet or homes with serious shedding, you feel the ceiling. The V15 is where things click for most people. The motor bar head pulls hair without tangling, the laser fluffy head reveals dust on hardwood you swore was clean, and on medium pile carpet, it just works. The Gen 5 takes it further with 280 air watts and tighter heat, and on dense pet hair, it's the most thorough of the three. But here's the thing nobody warns you about. That extra suction can be too much. There's a recurring complaint from owners with thin rugs or shag carpet that the head literally sticks to the floor, or the brush bar stalls until you switch to Eco and open the airflow gates. So if your home is mostly thin, ruggable style rugs, the Gen 5 is overkill and actually annoying. For mixed flooring with normal carpets and pets, the Gen 5 earns its power. For everyone else, the V15 hits the cleaner sweet spot. Weight changes everything in daily use. The V12 is the lightest of the trio, at around 5 pounds, and it shows the second you pick it up. Especially for stairs, ceilings, or anyone with wrist issues, the V15 sits in the middle, manageable for full home cleans without fatigue. The Gen 5 is noticeably heavier and front-loaded, which several owners flag after 20 minutes of use. One review stuck with me. Someone said their shoulder was sore after a week of cleaning with the Gen 5, and they had to start switching hands. That tells you more than any spec. If you're petite, older, or just hate vacuuming as a chore, the V12 is the easy one to live with. The Gen 5 rewards you in cleaning power, but charges you in arm strength. Battery life. On paper, the Gen 5 leads with up to 70 minutes. The V15 sits at 60, the V12 at 60 with the non-motorized head. Real world is different. In auto mode, expect roughly 25 to 40 minutes, depending on floor type and how often suction ramps up. Boost drains all three fast, under 10 minutes, so treat it as a spot tool, not a cleaning mode. For a small apartment or a tidy condo, the V12 finishes the job easily. For a 1,500 to 2,500 square foot home, the V15 and Gen 5 both handle a single charge clean if you stay in auto. Bigger than that, or wall-to-wall carpet, you'll want a second battery, and only the V12 and V15 make swapping easy. That alone matters more than people think. Maintenance is where the V12 quietly loses ground. Its bin is small, around 0.35 liters, so if you have pets or do whole home cleans, you're emptying mid-session. The V15 and Gen 5 bump up to 0.7 liters, which makes a real difference. Hair tangling is improved across all three thanks to the motor bar and conical hair screw tool, and pet owners consistently say they rarely cut hair off the brush anymore. Filters are washable on all three, but need monthly attention if you want suction to stay sharp. Clogging shows up occasionally on the Gen 5's wand tool, where a long-haired pet's shedding can jam the tube, but it's not a widespread defect, more of a be aware issue. On filtration, all three trap fine particles, but the Gen 5 takes it down to 0.1 microns versus 0.3 on the V1 and V15, which matters if anyone in the house has serious allergies or asthma. Price and value. They're all in premium Dyson territory, so let's be honest about what each gives you. The V12 saves you the most and delivers a genuinely lighter, easier experience with the laser head, but the smaller bin and lower suction are the trade-off. The V15 sits in the middle and tends to see the most consistent discounts during major sales, which makes its value proposition the most flexible. The Gen 5 carries the highest sticker, holds its price the firmest, and gives you the most powerful motor, larger bin, true HEPA, and the upgraded illumination head. Whether that premium is worth it depends entirely on the home you're cleaning and how often you're willing to put it to work. Here's the call. For most homes, the V15 Detect. It's the one that earns its money without punishing your arm or your wallet the way the Gen 5 can. The sweet spot, no contest. If you've got pets, thick carpets, and a bigger home, the Gen 5 is worth the wait, no fluff. And if you're in a smaller place with mostly hard floors, or you just hate heavy vacuums, the V12 is the easier one to live with day to day. The V15 tends to see the most consistent discounts during big sales, so it's worth waiting for a drop. And you? Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Links below in the description.